days of twilight, the small town of Eldridge lay shrouded in darkness, where distant trees stirred gently in a chill breeze, whispering secrets beyond human comprehension. The evening sky transformed into a brooding tapestry, obscured by dark clouds that seemed poised to snuff out the final vestiges of sunlight. As dusk wound its way around Eldridge like a serpent, even the stars appeared hesitant, twinkling faintly, as if cautious of what lay ahead. Those brave enough to step outside hurriedly retreated within the confines of their homes, unsettled by an inexplicable aura of dread that hung heavily in the air. Isaac Mercer, the town's dedicated librarian with a fascination for the arcane, felt that familiar chill seep into his very core. What was once an ordinary existence had increasingly become laden with insomnia and an overwhelming paranoia that trailed him like a malevolent shadow. It was not merely the oppressive atmosphere that troubled him. Something deeper stirred beneath the surface of reality, a whisper foretelling impending doom. Peculiar events had begun suddenly, emerging like faint echoes from the dusty pages of ancient tomes. At first, there were only fleeting glimpses, shadows flickering at the edge of his vision, teasing at his focus. But as days faded into weeks, these mere aberrations escalated into pronounced disturbances. Items mysteriously misplaced, books toppling off shelves in thunderous cascades during the stillness of night, and a disquieting hum resonating from the very foundation of his apartment, disrupting the silence as if it had a heartbeat of its own. Every time he peered out into Eldridge's surrounding darkness, the mist seemed to thickly coil, like a creature poised to unleash its fury. Isaac attempted to convince himself that what he witnessed was merely fatigue manifesting as hallucinations, yet the surreal clarity of these visions disturbed him. He became increasingly convinced that the night harbored an alien presence, an intelligence lurking, quietly observing from the obscured corners of the universe. This sensation tugged at his sanity, an intoxicating yet terrifying realization that the cosmos held mysteries far beyond anything he had dared to grasp. Haunted by sleepless hours, he began to stroll through the shadowy streets, seeking solace in the company of the town's forgotten corners. On one such night, he chanced upon the dilapidated Wellstone estate, a decaying structure shrouded in tales of eldritch rituals. The air around it thrummed with an unnatural stillness that inexplicably drew him near. With a mix of trepidation and curiosity, he crossed the threshold into its dark embrace, the old floorboards creaking beneath him like the groans of long-buried souls breaking free. As he navigated through the crumbling rooms, an unsettling sensation enveloped him, a palpable awareness that he was being observed. A flicker of iridescent light taunted him from beyond a shattered window, beckoning him closer against his better judgment. He found himself drawn to the glass, peering through its dust-smeared surface. There, framed against an impending storm, he beheld it, a pulsating form, fluid in motion, shimmering with hues of green and violet that twisted and twirled, as if reality itself was distorting in its presence. Tales of cosmic beings and ancient gods drifted into his mind, and for a moment he felt an unspeakable draw toward their madness. Faithful to its captivating allure, the entity's light seemed to respond to silent questions he had never spoken, the long-buried cries of a forgotten race. It gnawed at the fringes of his reason, straining his sanity and intertwining him with dreams ineffable and knowledge forbidden. Time itself felt liquid, and with each heartbeat, Isaac sensed the boundary between observer and observed dissolving, until that inexplicable presence bore down on him with an intrigue that threatened to unravel the very fabric of his being. Then came silence, a weighty stillness that pressed against him like a heavy shroud. No longer apart from that which lay beyond, he felt reality ripple under the strain of profound awareness. Images of ancient worlds cascaded through his mind, landscapes both exquisite and grotesque, creatures writhing in ecstasy and agony, the transient nature of existence spiraling into unimaginable truths. Suddenly, he found himself descending into an abyss of understanding, awakening to humanity's triviality within the monstrous expanse of the universe. Just as abruptly as they had formed, the visions shattered. Isaac stumbled back onto the porch of the decrepit Wellstone estate, the wind howling with ominous revelations as he staggered into the freezing reality. Though he returned home, the remnants of that light coursed through him, an unsettling cosmic terror forever entwining his psyche with the unfathomable depths of the unknown. Alone amidst his chaotic thoughts, he questioned whether he had truly touched something beyond comprehension, or if this was merely the inception of something far darker. The stars flickered uncertainly, their luminosity cloaked by the night, concealing truths. Yet again, dread coiled around him as he sat in his dimly lit apartment, the walls feeling as though they were closing in. Something unmistakably was wrong. Every familiar balm he once sought crumbled into the suffocating silence of an awakening he could neither define nor escape. No solace remained, only the haunting echoes of what was and the unresolved questions that lingered. The darkness harbored something terrible, an undeniable force, waiting in the cosmic stillness, drawing Isaac inexorably closer to a dreadful union with the ineffable void.